before Europe knew his name. Before World Cups and Champions Cup trophies. Before the collisions that earned him the nickname, Demolition Man. Levani Botia lived a double life. By day, he wore a prison officer's uniform. By night, he chased a dream so quietly that even his own family didn't know how far it had taken him. Without formal academy training. Without a conventional high school path. Without taking shortcuts. Just raw power, resilience, and a journey that would carry him from the villages of Fiji to the very summit of European rugby. But this story doesn't begin in a stadium. Welcome back to Skylight Waves, the home of powerful sports stories and the journeys that define greatness. If you enjoy deep, cinematic biographies that go beyond highlights and headlines, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. Now, let's go back to where it all began. From Naitasiri, Fiji, before the world was watching, this is the story of Levani Botia. Born on the 14th of March 1989, in Naitasiri, Fiji, Botia's story does not begin in academies or elite schools. It begins with absence. He never attended high school. After finishing Class 8, formal education ended, and life demanded something else. Responsibility came early. Work came early. Rugby, for a long time, lived quietly in the background. To support himself, Botia became a prison officer. The uniform was real. The job was demanding. But within that structured world, an unexpected door opened. He was given a chance to play for the Warden Sevens team in a local competition. It wasn't a professional pathway. It wasn't a grand stage. It was simply an opportunity, and Botia took it. So quietly, in fact, that he never told his wife he was playing rugby at a high level. Not until one day, she turned on the television and saw him representing Fiji at the 2011 Pacific Games in New Caledonia. That was how she found out. By then, everything had already begun to change. After leaving his village, Botia moved to Suva. There, his rugby sharpened. He played first for the Suva development side, then for City Eagles. He wasn't flashy. He wasn't polished. But he was powerful, relentless, and impossible to ignore. One day, someone was watching closely. Waisal Saravi, Fiji's most iconic Sevens player and then national coach, spotted Botia and made a decisive call. Botia was selected for the Fiji Sevens team heading to the 2011 Pacific Games. For a man who had never walked a high school corridor, this was a leap onto the international stage. The rise wasn't smooth. Botia was included in the Fiji squad for the 2012-13 IRB Sevens World Series, but injury interrupted the season, ruling him out for most of it. Momentum stalled. Opportunity paused. Yet he remained trusted. In 2013, he was selected for the Rugby World Cup Sevens, a statement that his value went beyond availability. At home, he represented his province, Namosi, in the Digicel Cup. In 2013, he helped carry the side to the semi-finals, a significant achievement, and along the way, he captained the national Sevens team in several tournaments. Leadership wasn't assigned lightly. It was earned. Then came the move that changed everything. In February 2014, Levani Botia left Fiji and joined La Rochelle, then playing in France's Pro D2. It was a new environment, a new language, and a new standard of rugby. Botia arrived not as a specialist, but as something rarer. A player who could operate at center, flanker, or wing. A hybrid forward-back with explosive power and relentless work rate. France would soon give him a nickname. Demolition Man. International rugby followed. Botia made his test debut for Fiji against Portugal on November 9, 2013, in Lisbon. He didn't ease into it. He scored a try on debut. 1 week later, he played again, this time against the Barbarians. In a centennial match celebrating 100 years of rugby in Fiji. Symbolism layered over opportunity. A year later, he returned to the national side to face France, starting at inside center. The adaptability that defined his club career was now central to his international role. In June 2015, during the World Rugby Pacific Nations Cup, Botia produced one of the defining moments of his Fiji career. Regathering a kick, he launched forward on a trademark run, powering through contact and bumping off two Tongan defenders before setting up a try for Henry Sinilili. It wasn't just skill. It was authority. A reminder of what he brought to the field. Later that year, he was named in Fiji's final 31-man squad for the 2015 Rugby World Cup. It wouldn't be the last time. Botia was selected again for the 2019 Rugby World Cup, and once more in 2023, earning his place in Fiji's 33-member squad. From Lisbon in 2013 to Marseille in October 2023, his international career spanned a full decade. His most recent test came against England, a testament to longevity at the highest level. By this point, the world knew Levani Botia as a World Cup player. As a Champions Cup winner. As one of the most physical players in Europe. But some of the most remarkable parts of his story never happened under stadium lights. For a long time, even the people closest to him didn't know how far his rugby journey had gone. While working as a prison officer, Botia played at a level so quietly that he never told his wife he was competing internationally. She only found out one day by accident. When she saw him on television, wearing Fiji's colors at the 2011 Pacific Games. And then there's something that truly sets him apart. At the highest level of rugby, specialization is everything. Yet Levani Botia has played center, flanker, and wing, for both La Rochelle and Fiji. Few players in the modern era can claim that range. In France, that rare blend of versatility and raw power earned him a nickname that stuck. Demolition Man. Not because of noise. Not because of hype. But because of impact. These details might seem small. But they explain everything. Because Levani Botia was never built by systems or labels. He was built by adaptability, and by doing whatever the moment demanded. And that mindset would define the legacy he was still building. While the world watched his international performances, his club legacy was being built in France. At La Rochelle, Botia became a cornerstone. Not just for his physicality, but for his consistency, versatility, and durability across seasons. The club rose. And with it, so did his honors. In 2019, La Rochelle reached the final of the European Rugby Challenge Cup. In 2021, they were runners-up in the top 14 in the European Rugby Champions Cup. The breakthrough came soon after. La Rochelle won back-to-back European Rugby Champions Cup titles in 2022 and 2023, the pinnacle of club rugby in Europe. Botia was there. Not as a late career passenger, but as a central figure in one of the most dominant periods in the club's history. From prison officer to European champion. From Class 8 education to World Cup veteran. From secrecy to legacy. Levani Botia's career defies conventional pathways. He didn't rise through systems designed for success. He forced his way in through resilience, adaptability, and uncompromising physicality. His story is not about hype. It's about durability. About earning every step forward. Today, he stands as one of Fiji's most reliable modern internationals and one of La Rochelle's defining players of an era. A reminder that elite careers are not always built in straight lines, sometimes, they are forged quietly, out of sight, until the world has no choice but to notice. This is Levani Botia. And this is a Skylight Waves story.